Hi, this is Steve Bonneman bringing you things to avoid when making a PowerPoint. How not to be boring and annoying. You're going to see some very bad examples of PowerPoint mistakes, and then we'll talk a little bit about what to do to make it good. I am sure you have all seen this before. This is a slide full of text because the person making the PowerPoint couldn't decide what was important and what wasn't. What you really want to do is keep the amount of text to a minimum, because bullet points are easier to read quickly, and it takes the focus off of you reading what's on the screen and instead puts it on you, the expert, making the presentation. The other thing is that if you put a lot of text on the screen and then don't talk about it, it does what just happened here, which is that you were focusing on both what I was saying and what the text was saying at the same time, which is really annoying. If you can find and use relevant pictures, charts, graphs, maps, other things like that, they're great. They get the point across much better than just a description can. They save you a lot of work, honestly, talking about what something was like if you can just show it. Right here is a particularly egregious example of bad color matching. You don't want your background to be too loud, you don't want it to clash, and above all, you don't want to make it so that people have to try very hard to see the text. There's not enough contrast here between the font color and the background color, and it just looks horrible. Frankly, it's been kind of annoying that each of these slides has had a different background anyway. You want to keep a consistent style throughout your presentation. Not everything has to be identical, but you want to make sure that your headings are always caps or always a different font, and you want to make sure that pretty much all the slides look the same. Okay, I promise this is the last slide with an intentional mistake on it. I've both failed to capitalize PowerPoint and I have not correctly punctuated audiences. Grammar is always important. But now we will start the second phase of the presentation, things to do when making a PowerPoint. The goal of a PowerPoint is to keep an audience's interest and enrich what you have to tell them. Here's one. Try to match the background to the topic or the purpose. If you can, pick a slide background that's relevant. And if it isn't possible to find a relevant one, don't pick one that's very garish or going to overshadow your content. There are a lot of simple ones. You can download lots of different templates, so find one that really works for your presentation. Keep your slides simple. Short bullet points and the avoidance of a lot of text, useful pictures, make sure that people know what they're seeing and helps you anchor what you have to say to what's on the slide without just saying what's on the slide. I'm not always 100% sure if a picture is worth 1,000 words, but it's definitely worth at least several hundred. You can get a lot out of using a picture that's effective.